Hey, it's Nickelback TV.
What's up, man? It's your boy, Mr. Nickelback TV, aka Blogaholic, back in the building, back in the mix. Wanted to get into this. Candace Owens said Trump's rudeness made her realize he's vengeful, paranoid, lacks humility. Okay, so Candace Owens just now coming to this, what they call that word? What's that word I'm looking for? A big word, man. You never know who's gonna watch this when I say Candace Owens. Somebody might watch this that's educated. Epiphany. Yeah. Shout out to Miss Smith in third grade. It's like epiphany. Candace Owens came to the epiphany that Trump is rude. He's vengeful, paranoid, and lacks humility. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. If it was one, two, three, if it was four things I would use to describe Trump, one would be rude, two would be paranoid, three vengeful, four humility. Not in that order, but could be in that order. Like, that's Trump in a nutshell. He's rude, he's vengeful, he's paranoid, and he does not have a smidget of humility. Like, that's him, man. He's brash, he's in your face, he doesn't care, and he's take win all. He's take all, win all. That's Trump in a nutshell. She knows that. She's not dumb. But why is she trying to distance herself from Trump now? Oh yeah, it's because it's profitable right now to not be a Trumper. Now being with Trump is not profitable. And you're gonna see this right now. You're gonna see people like Candace Owens, Officer Tatum, all of these black conservatives, all these black Trumpsters, all these guys is gonna try to slowly but surely distance themselves from Trump. Why? It's because that red wave did not happen. They're starting to see Trump is not as popular as he used to be, so it's not popular to be a Trumper, especially a black Trumper. It's more profitable now to be against Trump if you're a Republican or a conservative, and it's even more popular to be against Trump if you're a black conservative. Like I said before, black conservatives that's in the forefront. Those are rare individuals right now. They're gold. Like the Republican Party, they need them people to push the agenda. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I don't subscribe to either. I like to watch it from a distance because I think both of the parties are the same thing. Like they both they represent the same thing, man. They represent pushing agendas for corporations and using the average man as pawns to put them in power. Like, that's just what it is. Candace Owens, to me, I mean, she's smart. I mean, she's an attractive woman. She has that halo effect. Like, what she says, people is gonna listen to her. But she's a prop. Officer Tatum, again, handsome guy, has that halo. He's a prop. Like, all them two individuals that I'm gonna speak about specifically, they put there for reasons, man, because they feel like, and that's the Republican Party, the powers that be in the conservative establishment, they feel like those two individuals can get into the black vote. They can probably pluck some black people who are looking for political identity to ride with them just because they look like us, they sound like us, and they could be not exploring their history from the same place as us. But at the end of the day, they just as much as frauds as the black Democrats. At the end of the day, I think if you're black, you need to have your own individual political agenda and political philosophy, man. I don't think you need to subscribe to either or indefinite or all the way. You should have your own. You should see what makes sense for your life, just like every other person does. And I don't think it's right for people to try to say the black vote, the white vote, this and that. It's like, dude, especially when it comes to black people, we don't move in herds, we don't think in herds. That's why I'm so against when people say the black community. It's like, it's no such thing to me as a black community, unless it's a community of black people specifically. But in general, saying the black community is kind of weird to me because it's black people that I know. I don't think anything like them. So don't bunch me up with those guys. Not at all. But what I'm seeing is this, man. Now that Trump pretty much was exposed on election night, that red wave did not happen, and a lot of people who were down with Trump lost. You're going to see a lot of people trying to distance themselves from Trump. And it's just how it is. It's politics. It's nothing new. But I don't buy this whole thing from Candace Owens saying Trump's rudeness made her realize that he was vengeful, paranoid, and lacks humility. It's like, again, when you think of Trump, those are the four things you come up with: rude, vengeful, paranoid, and no humility. That's Trump in a nutshell. That's what he is. That's what he's known for. So it's just the sign of the times. Trump has he's what I say is Trump fatigue now. He did what he had to do. Now it's time for him to ride off in the sunset and just chill, man. It's like nobody's gonna vote for you, guys. Like if Trump runs, he's gonna get humiliated and he's gonna look like an old man just screaming from his porch. Like I see Trump losing big time if he tries to run, and I see him really he's really gonna make himself look bad. Like I think Trump is going to try to expose people. He's just gonna look bad. So I think right now Trump should cut his losses and just stay out of politics. But it's a lot of money in politics. He's a businessman. He's gonna stay. I don't see Trump winning anything ever again in life. Like I think Trump really needs to chill out, man. I think he did it. He became president without being a career politician. Like he beat the odds, he beat the system. He should be proud of that. But he wants more, and he thinks he got a bad shot the second time around. I'm not gonna say he did or didn't, but at the end of the day, there's no way they was gonna let him win 2 times. I don't care what they say or what. He was not winning 2 times. Like the first time, he snuck in. He snuck through the back door. This time they barred up the front door, the back door, and all the windows and the chimney. There's no way he was gonna win the second time. But right now, with this Candace Owens story, I say pay attention to it. Watch how Candace Owens distance herself from Trump. And let's see who she attaches herself onto next. Let's see who are they trying to position to be the new white person in the conservative party we should all try to vote for or put our hopes and dreams to lead us to the promised land. Like I said, man, this politics is funny to me, and all these people who deal in it, they just salespeople. That's all they are. They good salespeople. They selling dreams, man. They selling things that they can't even back up. They selling things that they can't even deliver. That's all it is. They good salespeople, and that's what you got with Candace Owens, man. Candace Owens is a good pawn. Like she is a pawn for the conservative party, and now that she gained a lot more notoriety, people are taking notice, and they're gonna use her in different situations to be a strategizer. Is that a word? They're gonna use her to be a strategizer to see how much of the black vote she can actually get. I don't know. I don't think Candace Owens can really get that excitement. I don't think she can get those people behind her. I think the whole black conservative young movement has kind of peaked already, and I think it's dying down ever slowly because at the end of the day, man, it's fatigue, bro. Like, it's fatigue. Like, this Trump thing, it was a phenomenon. People was just, he was a person that got people energized to see what was going on. He was talking different. He was an X factor. Now, you guys don't have that X factor. I don't care who you bring up. So it's going to be hard for people like Candace Owens, Officer Tatum to get that momentum still, because they don't have anybody that they can attach to that's as polarizing as Trump. Now, they're going to use Candace Owens, Officer Tatum, and people like that to just go to be the voice for the Republican Party to go against black Democrats now. Now you're about to see a lot of black on black political crime going on, and that's going to be funny too, because both sides are just mouthpieces for the white man anywhere it goes. It's like, you guys are not making noise, you guys are not saying nothing, you're not helping nobody, you're just talking. And that's just what it's going to be. Candace Owens is going to say the racist things white people want to say, but it's going to come from her mouth, so it's going to feel like, hey, she said it, we didn't, but she's kind of making a point. Democrats is going to say things that white people who are just as racist, but their racism is more, it comes in a more innocent form, so they're going to say it with energy and aggressiveness to make it look at you, to make you feel like, hey, how can you not see they're trying to help? So it's just a whole shell game, and just be on the watch about that, man. But it is funny to see Candace Owens now trying to distance herself away from Trump, now that Trump has been outed as a liability to the Republican Party, and just watch how this goes. I predict Trump is gonna lash out at her next and say some things, and then you're gonna see black people come to her rescue and say, "Hey, that's a black woman." It's gonna be crazy. Like Trump, he's not gonna go down quietly. He's gonna go down swinging, and it's gonna make him look worse than he already looks, man. Like to me, like I said, Trump, I look at him as a person. He won. He beat the odds. He became president. Second time around, he gave it a good shot. They didn't let him in the door, so he needs to just chill out and relax. But he's not. He's gonna make himself look, worse and worse and worse. Honestly, I think Trump would have won a second term if he would have known how to just shut up and be quiet. Like if he would have just stuck to the issues and showed that he had common sense and didn't know everything and didn't always have to be negative, he could have won. But, he knows more than us. He thinks he's the master strategist, the master speaker, the master salesperson. And sometimes when you don't have that humility, it catches up with you. It did catch up with Trump. And I think this time around, it caught up with him big time. That's why you didn't see that red wave that people were expecting. You saw a lot of Republicans who backed Trump, who was on Trump's side. They lost big time, bigly. And or they in a tight race where they might lose anyway. Even the Herschel Walker thing, looking at that now, it's like even if he wins or loses, it doesn't even matter anymore because they lost Nevada. So interesting developments in politics. But just keep an eye on, I am going to keep an eye on who Candace Owens latch herself to now, because at first Trump was the savior, he was the man, but now, Trump is rude. Really? Trump is rude? We already knew Trump was rude. That's Trump's middle name. So it's a reason why this story is getting pushed out now after the midterms, where the Republicans didn't do that good because they trying to distance themselves from Trump, and then they're trying to distance anybody that was black that latched on to Trump. They're trying to give that dog whistle to say, hey, Trump ain't the guy no more for you guys. We got a new person, but just wait and see. But the first thing we want to do is make Trump look like, look, he disrespected your black sister. And it's going to be a little different because black conservative women don't get that same, people don't stand up for their valor, for their innocence as much as it would be if she was a black Democratic woman. So Candace Owens being a black conservative woman, black woman, it's not going to be the same. You're not going to see too many people like standing up for my sister. But they may. I doubt it. But we'll see. That's all I got to say about that. Your boy. Turn this thing off.